Hello everybody, welcome to online class. In today's class, we'll begin with the second unit of this subject, that is planning of audit and control. We'll begin the unit with the meaning of auditor. Okay. An auditor is a person authorized to review and verify the accuracy of financial records and ensure that companies comply with tax laws. This means the person who is doing the audit is known as what? Auditor. Okay, this is in general or in a simple word. The person who is doing the audit will be known as an auditor. Okay, the person who is responsible for the results of the audit is also known as an auditor. Okay, so an auditor is responsible for what? Judging the validity and reliability of a company. How he will judge the validity and reliability of a company? By evaluating, by calculating, or by comparing the evidence with the financial reports with established standards. Such type of person will be known as what? An auditor. So the person who is responsible to review and to verify the accuracy of financial records by evaluating evidence, okay, with established standards of the subject or the same will be known as an auditor. Then we'll understand what qualities should an auditor have, okay, to become an auditor. That will understand. Okay, an efficient auditor. To become an efficient auditor, a person must have certain qualities. Okay, he must have certain qualities. He needs to carry out the audit efficiently and smoothly. In order to carry it smoothly and efficiently, he must have certain qualities. So these qualities of an auditor is classified into three types. The first one is professional qualification, second one is professional qualities, okay, then third one is personal qualities. Okay, so it is classified into three types. One is professional qualification, the qualification which he should get to become an auditor, that we are going to discuss. Then professional qualities, what professional qualities he should carry, and then personal qualities or general qualities which he should carry, that will discuss one by one. Okay, the first quality is professional qualification, which is also known as statutory qualification. Okay, the law has not prescribed any qualification for an auditor in the case of sole trading and partnership. If sole trading and partnership wants to appoint an auditor, okay, the law has not prescribed any particular qualification for an auditor. But in the case of joint stock companies, auditor must be a chartered accountant within the meaning of Chartered Accountant Act 1949. Okay, in case of sole trading and partnership, there is no such compulsion to carry any qualification to become an auditor. But in the case of joint stock company, to become an auditor of the joint stock companies, the auditor must be a chartered accountant within the Chartered Accountant Act 1949. Then he must pass Chartered Accountant examination conducted by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. To be entitled to practice, a chartered accountant should obtain a certificate of practice from the Council of the ICAI, that is Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, on payment of a prescribed annual fee. Okay, so in order to become an auditor of joint stock company, he should, or auditor must be a chartered accountant for that he has to appear for the examination. He has to pass the examination which is conducted by the ICAI, and he should be entitled to practice a chartered accountant, and he should get a certificate of practice from the council of the ICAI. This is what the professional qualification which an auditor should get to become an auditor. Okay, then comes his professional qualities. What professional qualities he should have? So for the successful performance of audit work, certain professional qualities are essential for an auditor. Then what are those professional qualities? We'll discuss one by one. The first one is the auditor must have a complete and thorough knowledge of the theory and practice of accountancy. In order to verify the books of accounts, he should have a knowledge of accountancy, right? So the auditor must be familiar with the different system of accounting and their aspects. He should be aware of the latest developments in the field of the accounting. Okay, then comes his knowledge of commercial laws. See, in order to verify the books of accounts, whether it is maintained according to the standards or not, according to the principles, rules and the regulations of accounting or not, an auditor must have a thorough knowledge in the laws, okay, which are prescribed for the company, right? So he should have a thorough knowledge in company law, in mercantile laws, partnership act, banking and insurance act, then sale of goods act, then foreign exchange regulation act, contract mortgages agency act. N number of laws are introduced for the purpose of companies. Okay, so he should have thorough knowledge of these laws in order to compare them with the books of accounts. Okay, then comes his knowledge of the techniques of auditing. To become an auditor, the main quality is what? He should know the techniques of auditing. The auditor should have a thorough knowledge of the techniques of auditing. He should be fully aware of new changes and developments in the principles and practice of auditing. Next comes his knowledge of cost accounting. For conducting cost audit, he should have cost accounting knowledge, right? He should have management accounting knowledge also. The auditor should have a thorough knowledge of cost accounting as well as he should have a management accounting knowledge for conducting management audit and cost audit. Okay, next comes is he must be familiar with mechanical accounting and labor saving device. Here mechanical accounting is nothing but computer accounting. He should know regarding the tally, the different softwares which will be using for accounting, recording the books of accounts. Okay, so he should be familiar with the computer accounting and other automatic machine devices used in the office. Okay, then comes his knowledge of management accounting, which we have discussed. Then comes his knowledge of the provision relating to income tax, wealth tax, gift tax and sales tax, the different taxes. So in addition to the knowledge of commercial law, then accounting knowledge and the knowledge of auditing, an auditor should have a thorough knowledge of what? The various provisions relating to the income tax, wealth tax, gift tax, sales tax. Okay, so he should know regarding the tax laws, regarding the different taxes which are applicable in recording the books of accounts. Then comes his knowledge of economics. The auditor should be familiar with the principles of economics and economic laws. It is essential, it is must, because a business has to work within some specific economic laws, right, and some social environment, and its influence is visible into the business. So an auditor should have a thorough knowledge, or he should be familiar with the economics and the economic laws. Okay, then comes his knowledge of mathematics and statistics. A knowledge of statistics and mathematics will help the auditor in solving the complicated problems, and to verify the books of account, whether he is calculated the balance sheet properly or not. For that purpose, he should have a knowledge of mathematics and statistics for the calculations, right? Then comes is he must study important judgments in audit cases, that is this will help to define the duties, responsibilities and liabilities of an auditor. Okay, then knowledge of industrial management, financial administration and business organization. See, an auditor should have a good knowledge in business organization, in financial administration, okay, and in industrial management. Then only he will understand the technique of the business, what they are following. Then knowledge on the technical details of business under audit, that is before undertaking the audit work of a firm, the auditor must study the technical details of the firm. Okay, so these are what some of the professional qualities which an auditor should carry. Okay, the third one is personal qualities. So along with some professional qualities and professional qualification, he should have some personal qualities too. Okay, and individual qualities are the essential monitors of a successful auditor. The general or personal qualities of an auditor will discuss one by one. The first one is he should be honesty. He should be honest. Okay, honesty. So an auditor must be honest in his work. If he has to carry out his duties successfully, he has to maintain a good moral standards. He should not be influenced by the others. Okay, then he should be tactful. Auditor should be tactful in dealing with the client staff. He should use different strategies to solve the problems of the organization. Then ability to work hard. Okay, in order to get success in the audit, he must have a painstaking attitude. Then willingness to do hard work. Then he should be impartial. He should not influenced by the others directly or indirectly while discharging his duties. Okay, then auditor must be cautious and vigilant. Here vigilant means alert. So an auditor must be alert in his work. He should always proceed with his eyes open and be alert. Okay, then auditor must be methodical. He should follow some methods. He should follow step by step method in his work and should be thorough and complete in his work. Okay, then comes is ability to trace out facts and figures. He should possess a realistic attitude towards his work. He should be able to trace out facts and figures. Then he should not be suspicious but always inquisitive. That is, suspicious here is he should not show distrust towards the business. Okay, but he should be always attentive. He should show his interest in learning the things. He should keep his ears open. He should be a good listener to the others. Okay, he should not show the distrust but he should be alert. Okay, an auditor is not bound to be detective. He is not responsible to become an detective, or as it is to approach his work with suspicious, right, or with the foregone conclusion that there is something wrong. He should be ready to listen to others, understand others' perspectives. He should be ready to evaluate the evidence with the facts or the figures. Next, courage and ability. The auditor should be bold enough to discharge his duties and must not certify what he does not believe to be true. Okay, he should have the courage to disclose the true and the fairness of the accountancy or books of accounts. Then ability to maintain secrets. The auditor should not disclose the secrets of his clients to anybody. Okay, then ability to communicate. The auditor must have the ability to prepare audit report correctly, forcefully, precisely and clearly. So for that purpose he should have the knowledge of communication. Then common sense lastly, but not at the least, an auditor should have a good common sense. Common sense is normally very much uncommon in man, right? So he should have a common sense. a good common sense. Okay, so these are different qualities which an auditor must have to carry out the audit efficiently and smoothly. The other things we'll discuss in the next class, but make a note that second unit is very important from the point of examination, because each and every topic are important. Okay, some topics are important for 2 marks, some are for 5 marks, and some are for 15 marks. So the topics of the second unit are important for all the 3 sections of the question paper or the examination. Okay, so be attentive and be regular to the classes. Okay, other things we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.